Hey everybody, this is my second time releasing this video. The first time the audio got screwed up. Oops.
Ooh, it's lunchtime, and I don't know what to eat. So what's in my lunchbox? Jimmy Dick, what should I put in my lunchbox? Jimmy Dick.
Hey everybody, Jimmy Dick here. Today I'm going to start a new series on money-saving lunchbox ideas. I think we all can agree that it wouldn't hurt anybody to save more money. And if you're one of those people that eat out every day at lunch or swing by McDonald's or you have a cafeteria at your work, you're spending a ton of money. So I'm going to try something. I'm going to try taking my lunch every day for 30 days. I encourage you to do the same. I'm going to show you easy tricks to make lunch not lunch. Okay, some good stuff that you look forward to eating. And if you're like me, you'll probably eat it around 9 o'clock in the morning and then be really hungry when you get home from work because you couldn't wait to eat it. It's just a few tricks, all right? So I'm going to teach you some things like boil a dozen eggs on Sunday. What do you do with that? A million different things. And the reason you boil a dozen eggs and then you keep them is you can use these eggs one at a time for snacks, or you can make egg salad. I'm going to make egg salad. The thing about making egg salad is when you make it with a bunch of eggs, it tends to go bad before you eat it all. So this way you can make it one sandwich at a time. Genius, right? I'm going to make tuna salad, small batches. I'm going to make pizza, English muffin pizza. All kinds of good stuff. Some of it you freeze, some of it you don't. I'm also going to do breakfast foods because I go to work super early. I work 10 hours a day. So I bring breakfast and lunch. Talk about saving money. And you can save a ton of cash. So let's do this. What do you say? You want to join in? I think you should.
First on our list today is English muffin pizzas. I'm fork splitting these in half and then we're going to throw them in the toaster. We just want to do a light toast on these bad boys because we're going to put sauce on them and we don't want them to get all soggy and gross. Bam! That's done. Next, we're going to boil a dozen eggs. Inside the water here I have salt that helps it prevent from cracking, and a splash of vinegar helps you peel them better when they're done. So I turn the heat off, put the lid on, 20 minutes, and we're done. Okay, so check this out. I'm cutting the lid off and the lip off of this egg container. Why? Because we are going to store them in here. Genius, right? You'll know when you open it up if there's two egg cartons. The one without the lid is the hard-boiled eggs. Plus, it's a safe way to store them. They're not rolling around. Back to our pizza. So, we're going to put as much or as little of sauce as you desire. I like a lot of sauce. And by toasting them, they're not going to get soggy. Here's pro tip. Again, we're going to put our toppings under our cheese. How many times have you opened up a frozen pizza and all the toppings fall off and roll onto the floor and you can't eat them? This way, when you put the cheese on top, it creates a blanket that holds all of your toppings inside. Today, we're doing pepperoni and onion, my favorite. We're going to bake these in the 350 oven for 15 minutes. Look at them. When you take them out, I'm going to put them in the freezer for 2 hours. Now that they've been flash frozen, I'm going to wrap them individually. I like to do it individually to prevent freezer burn, and also you can pick how many you want to take to work. Am I right? You can pack them. I'm going to put them in a Ziploc baggie, stick them in the freezer. Then when I'm ready, I can take out one, I can take out two, whatever I feel like that day for lunch. And by the time they defrost in your lunchbox, they're ready for a 30-second nuke, and you got warm pizza. Let's make some breakfast sandwiches. We are going to bake in the oven on our little fancy bacon tray here some bacon. Here's another pro tip. If you have thick slices of bacon, move them to the outside and move your thin ones to the inside. The outside of the pan cooks faster than the inside, and everything's equally done that way. Next, sausage. This is Jimmy Dean's hot breakfast sausage. I love the spice. I'm going to cut 4 slices, and the rest we're going to save and crumble. We're not going to waste anything. I'm going to fry them up real quick. They look good. Set them to the side. Now I'm on this crumbly sausage. I'm going to cook it, drain it, put it in a bowl. Set it aside for the next recipe. Here comes bacon. Booyah. Doesn't that look good? So let's make our breakfast sandwiches. Here's another tip. Fold the corners of your cheese slice in. That way, all your cheese stays inside your sandwich. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to the restaurant and half the cheese is already poured out or stuck to the paper it's wrapped in. So we're going to load these babies up. I got cheese on every one of them. I'm going to put sausage on some, bacon on the other. And then I had fried enough eggs. I fried them over hard so that, and let's put them on a plate. Now I'm going to set them on our sandwiches, and booyah, we're going to be done. Put the lids on them, and you guessed it. We're going to wrap them individually, again, to prevent freezer burn. And the way the bacon's sticking out, you'll be able to see right away that it's bacon, not sausage. And we're going to put them in a bag, stick them in the freezer. Bam! My freezer's getting full of breakfast and lunch. I love it. This is so good. It's just onion, green pepper, bell pepper, and some garlic salt with a little butter. We're going to saute it up till they're soft. In the bottom of this muffin tin, I have that crumbled up sausage and our soft sauteed vegetables. So now I'm going to put on some cheese. I'm using my Colby Jack cheese because I like it. And as I'm doing this, my wife's like, hey, why don't you use that aged cheddar that we have in the refrigerator? So what does any good husband do? You guessed it. I grate up some of that aged cheddar, and she was right. It made the difference. So you can use Gruyere, Swiss. It doesn't really matter. Once you get them all full, fill them with your, this is just eggs with milk, and I put in some parsley and salt and pepper. That's it. So just try and pour it over as evenly as you can. You may not be an expert pourer like I am. Finally, for added protein, I'm doing a teaspoon of cottage cheese on every one, and I'm going to give it a little tap to put it in there. We're going to put this in a 350-degree oven for 15 minutes. And when they're done and come out, cool them for a minute and then put them on a cooling rack. The bottoms of these are going to sweat if they stay in the tin, so you don't want that. Stick them out. When they get really good and cold, can you guess what's next? Ding, 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 freezer bag. We're going to put these babies in the freezer. Now, if you're keeping track, that's 2 breakfasts already in the freezer and a lunch. We can't get worse than that, can we? Next, I've made a spread. This is 4 ounces of cream cheese, and then I chopped up some onion stuffed with garlic and some onion. It makes a great spread on anything. Bread, but today I'm doing a roll-up, a tortilla roll-up. So on this spread, all I'm going to do is add 3 slices of turkey from the deli. Super good and tasty. I'm going to roll this baby up as tight as I can. And then I'm going to cut it in half and put it in a baggie. What? That's my sandwich for tomorrow. Look at that. Lunch is ready. Mañana. Moving on. Let's pack this baby up. There's my breakfast sandwich. A fruit cup. Some broccoli, because I'm a health nut, as you know. My little roll up there. Here's some ranch dressing for my broccoli. I'm going to put it inside a plastic bag in case the lid comes off. And then finally, some chocolate covered raisins. Hey, hope you like this video. Have a wonderful day.